So, so. I'm gonna say this is another update, and Reddit is getting more and more bizarre, just like the story is. I don't get this crap. It's just very just oh man, this damn, it took me a few days to puzzle this all together, because like I said, every crime is a puzzle, and when you got people writing this kind of stuff, it even makes it more just friggin', I don't know, man. I don't know where anybody's getting all this information from. I mean, this one is way out of sort. Like I say, I guess this guy's a philosophy major, and yeah, right, in Connecticut, University in Connecticut. And wherever the hell this guy got this information from, I would like to know. First off, I like to show this. I'll go figure, I had some pictures up that I screenshot and I lost. Somehow I lost them. But, stored, no. Repaired, no. Damn it. Captured. Here we go. Now, in that article I just had up, they're talking about this and how this damage to this car was done by a body. Now, this whole article brings you back to Vassy, which I don't know how in the hell this guy did this much damage to a car. Also, in that article I had up, they talk about the Saturn being, got into an accident and spun around the opposite way. There was just so many things. And if anything, even if this is a body imprint, I had a picture that someone put up on Reddit, and like I said, I friggin' lost it, go figure, but it showed the inside of the car, and the airbag had deployed. You could see the split in the airbag of the steering wheel. Now, there is no possible way that this guy literally deployed an airbag and did this much damage. There's no goddamn way. Snowbank, yes. Hitting that tree, yes. Because if you could see right here, this fender right here, this part right here, that would be a goddamn tree hit, from my experience. Right here. Tree hit that. If there's any possible way a goddamn guy would do this much damage to a car with his body, I mean, I'd pay $1,000 for this to be, a hit and run. Because this is, the impact in the tree would have caused all this stuff to friggin' bust out, especially in a Saturn. The Saturns are made of plastic. A lot of it is, especially the bumpers. I don't know about the damn hood, but there is a lot of plastic on these cars. And when a tree impact hits, I could see that doing this more than a human being. There's no goddamn way in hell that Vassie's body did all this damage. And I showed a video the other day of a bicyclist getting hit by a person. The bike was mangled. The car had nothing. Not that much damage to it, but only from the steel from the bike. So if you think a damn friggin' human being did all this, somebody has got some very, issues going on in your head. There's no way a body would do this either on this hood and leave the hood, imprinted and indented. No way. And like I said, I lost that damn picture, but the airbag in this car and that steering wheel, it was the center of it was busted open. There's no way a body can bust open a friggin' airbag. I don't care what anybody says. I did come up with some thoughts and theories, though. And I'm safe to say that everybody can sit here and say that this Maura did have maybe someone else she was looking into. So now it's going to get bumped off. I don't know. I still have it up. Great. I hate how this works. But, so, James Renner. James Renner. I think that's that guy that does them posts. So why the hell is his name being brought up? She had roughly enough liquor for 2 people to have over a couple weeks' time, and she told multiple hotelers she'd have to have a suite with 2 beds because of traveling companion. So where the hell did this come from? This ain't in the original story at all. It's like I say, some stories don't show much detail, and this is why I do videos like this. Because always someone else finds out, and I like to know how they get their goddamn information from. But, so right, she has a companion. If that's even true. There's been whispers about Maura's nervous breakdown happening after Vassie was left for dead following a near-fatal hit-and-run. The structural damage to Maura's vehicle is roughly the size of a human body, and the red splatters on the cab of the vehicle were never tested for DNA. Vassie's DNA, you know what? I'm not even going there with that. And if they had any blood spatter on this friggin' car, then why wasn't it even looked at? That should have already been done. Said done. Many of us, if not all, already suspect up perfectly that Maura is responsible. So everybody up at this point, right, a lot of people thinking she's responsible for this. Witness testify that Maura sparked up a cigarette now. This right here is what gets me. Excuse me. Now she smokes. We got a track runner here. And any other multiple stories I read, I never heard of her lighting up no cigarettes. Why ain't her father look, if he hasn't looked at this already, I would say he would start defending on this one, right? Alright, because there was a post that said someone had seen, supposedly someone in the passenger seat light up a cigarette. That's one thing I like to say. There was another post that said that. I read it. I know I had it in one of my videos. So, I mean, I'm glad I covered that. Talking about someone smoking in the car, lighting a lighter. Which maybe could have been her, open up a cell phone or turning a cell phone on, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I would like to see her sister's take on this too. The only thing that really caught my eye is that I did catch a video that said that she had a jacket on in the surveillance video. If you look it up on YouTube, you watch her go in the surveillance, they got the still shots. She has a coat that her sister said it looks like a windbreaker to me. Look like a brand new windbreaker. I think she bought it to write. Maybe she was going on a date. Maybe checking someone out. I mean, it's safe to say now that, right, she could have been, having some tough times with this long, distant relationship. And maybe she was getting someone new. Hold on a sec. I'll be back after these important messages. And them important messages were, I don't know. What the hell were they? I don't remember. There was none. Anyways. Maybe she was, like I said, maybe she was hooking up with someone else. And that's where it led me to think, right, where this, in the mix of the 112 dirtbag, and she loves me. That picture, she loves me. Let me see something right here. It led me to think of this. Screenshots, man. Where is it? No, here. Let me save that. Yep, there it is. She loves me. Now, like I say, damn it. Pardon me, brain fart. Yeah, if there's anybody like, say so, the 112 dirtbag, and she's, even if it was him or could have been him that she was going to meet, like I said, online dating, she buys a new coat. Why'd she buy a new coat? Why'd she buy all this alcohol? Like the person said, it's safe to say that she was probably going to meet somebody, is right. Like I said, long distant relationships, especially when you're in college for 4 years, excuse me, kind of don't work out. So I mean, whoever is stalking her, like I say, and who knows, find out she was making plans, and leads me back to that, to the Reddit thing. Now there's a C, there's the, so you have this, the hell's his name? I got this, CW, whoever the hell CW is. I know there's a Cecil. Another thing I found out I gotta go over. But, Cecil is the on-duty officer that was there that night. And the CW, they just had the damn name. James Renner. That guy's in here, and there's a CW. So, James Renner, that's that damn guy that wrote that article, like I said. I mean, now she supposedly comes down here. Butch had come out. So like I said, Fred Maura never smoked before, but Fred in common sense will tell you she didn't usually have a bunch of rags in a vehicle. Yeah, because they say something that she stuffed a gray rag into the tailpipe, skidded off the road. That was with the cigarette. Butch let her use her phone to call AAA. AAA. Now, in another article I read, she told Butch, Butch to go away. I don't need your phone. Thinking I read in that article, and I read it, and I did it in a video, thinking that, here you got this big man that said, and she probably got scared and said, no, I'm fine. I already called AAA and, AAA, so I'm fine. So that led Butch to leave, but here they say that Butch let her use a phone to call AAA, which she, of course, only pretended to do so. Which I don't get that. Then she never smoked, probably single to CW. That was the coast was clear. So whoever this CW is, I thought I saw the name up there. Probably ain't. Only up there is that James Reiner. And he's the one, like I said, did that damn article on her. And he claims he was harassed too. So that gives a little insight of that guy being involved. But Butch, of course, as I showed in the video, lived down the street from the accident site. And this CW guy, whoever the hell that is, I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Maybe it ain't in there. She's talking about how to sleep with her, have him sleep with her. We all ask why would Maura, who was engaged at the time to Billy, want to cheat on him with someone in a random CW. I think it's actually quite obvious she wanted to hire CW to kill Vassy before he woke from the coma. When the money and liquor wasn't enough for CW, she told CW she should sleep with him if he'd silence Vassy by killing him. Now this is way out of sort. And I just don't believe that still, once again, she hit him. I don't think she hit him at all. I think if this Butch woke up and got out of his bus to stop whatever was going to happen. Now, out of all the things, insane, why the hell would this guy be sleeping in a bus when he's got a house? That is out of sort. Then he's over there, he's a retired LE and had numerous LE connections. LE, what is LE? I don't know what that is. I'll try to figure it out. I don't know if I can figure that out, but I think he told Maura that he'd drive her up to Canada, which was only about an hour away when when Vassy woke up. Connection at his fingertips. So he's saying that this guy Butch, the bus driver, got involved, gonna drive her to Canada. Now, I went over on a map on that, and there was no way in hell where she was. I don't think Canada was no hour away. Maybe 2. That was a long road ahead of her when I looked on that map. So they'd say to make sure the Border Patrol wouldn't look inside his vehicle at the border. Butch needed an official-looking vehicle. They never searched, so he called up one of his LE connections and borrowed the SUV, which was being repaired. He threatened CW to help hide more in the SUV, which they parked in the barn until after Cecil left to go to look for her. Alright, there was something also written, I think it's in another article, that it said she almost hit the barn. She was nowhere near the barn. And I don't know where they get this from. These guys are now a bus driver she don't even know is gonna help her. This is just out of sort. This is just insane. There's no way in hell this happened. Because if you're gonna tell me a person that never met her, and I will be right back. So as I was saying, what in the hell in the world would this guy Butch be helping with beyond me? And Butch probably threatened to kill or arrest CW if he ever talked to Butch ended up dying last year. So CW might talk if they pay him enough or per MF. Obviously CW and Butch failed numerous lie detectors miserably, but it makes sense because they know what happened to her and had protect her by lying thoughts. So all in all, what the hell does this mean? CW butchering on this, but and then this cop comes out, Cecil, and supposedly this man has committed suicide. I don't know how long ago it has happened, but I have read the article, and I mean that's just bizarre enough, that article. Wherever this guy got this information from is beyond me. I don't understand it, and I don't get it. Butch was involved, the bus driver, huh? I do not get that at all. Leads me to this. It's just a coincidence that Cecil Smith committed suicide around the time of Maura's 15-year anniversary. It's just coincidence that Cecil has a visitor or visitors just before, around the time of the suicide. It is just coincidence that around the time of the two cadaver dogs finding what they found and the GPR results that Cecil committed suicide, it is just a coincidence there were two guns and not one gun. It is just coincidence that there was no note left at the scene. It's just coincidence that around the time they committed suicide, there were verified reports of witnesses seeing FBI in the area, possibly the area in question. I remember reading someone here on Reddit, right? Once is an accident, twice is coincidence, 3 times is enemy action. Something just doesn't feel right in my gut. Could someone be pretending to be Cecil's relative and make comments about the reasons behind why he took his life after all suicide takes place? Because of a combination of factors. Most time is not because of just one factor. Who really knows what went through his mind if he did kill himself? Perhaps it's just timing that Cecil just couldn't take anymore, and it happened around the time of the coincidence. I don't know. I don't get, you know what? This is insane. You know, this just makes the story just go in and out and in and out. And this is what I came up with all this damn coincidences and idiots that are supposedly involved, like a bus driver supposedly that she don't know, but she gets into an accident. There's so many different things. This is what I think. This is what I think happened. I think that she must have been having, like I said, someone writing to her. She probably did meet somebody and she was going to meet him. But I think because she is engaged, she had a boyfriend, and all up until this point, I think she was starting to feel guilty, nervous, like to say to herself, oh my God, should I go through with this? Should I do it or not, or do it, or oh my God, and sitting there, you know, if she did have depression, which she probably did, or whatever she was going through, I honestly think that she was having a conflict in her mind that if she should do this to her fiance or not. But because she bought the new coat, she bought the booze, she was looking around for people to go, motels to check in with somebody and everything and do that, whatever she was going to do. Maybe she was thinking, all right, maybe it will work out good. But I think she was having a conflict in her mind that she shouldn't be doing this. And that's why she got nervous the first round and got into an accident. And the second time, She got into an accident because she was nervous as hell. She was on her way, but she was having that conflict in her mind. That's what I think happened. Or, like I say, someone was following her. Someone jealous is right. Like I say, I showed you that picture earlier. Oh, she loves me. So like I say, coming in contact with the bus driver, coming in contact with the cop. I don't know who this CW is. But don't you think that this person, like I say, the 112 dirtbag, getting jealous. That's my woman. And whoever ever comes across her, he takes the lives, is right. What if he did take their lives, made it look like a suicide? Like these ranges of explosions that happen. Excuse me. Like the kid that I have up on video, the gay kid. He has a explosion happen by his house. Who was trying to kill him? Even if it was someone trying to kill him. Then there was an explosion in the barn there, near the 112 dirtbag's home. Why was this barn set on fire? Why would this barn have an explosion? And it seemed to me like the article read, the owners and workers didn't know what the hell was going on. Something in between all this led something somewhere. Just like these two dead guys now, dead bus driver, dead cop. You came in contact with my woman. You're all dead. Never know. You never know. Them are my thoughts and theories on that. Like I said, she was having a conflict with herself, if anything. And that's why she got into these two accidents. She wasn't drinking and driving and trying to kill somebody. And, oh my God, I don't even think that even happened. If that happened, then there should have been more DNA testing, is right. There should have been more stuff going down. I think she was having that conflict in her mind. She should do this, but then she shouldn't. I'm getting married. I'm engaged, but he's never here. That's what I think happened. Or the other thing happened. She got followed. And she was right. Kidnapped and killed. Because if I can't have her like the person thinks, nobody can. But all this stuff, man, I can't even read it no more because it's just total BS. Where do these people get this stuff? And like I say, Reddit is a very effed up place. There are some wacky people on this crap, I can tell you right now. You want to call me wacky? People call me wacky. But this stuff here, where do you get this information? I would like to know. I want to know where these people get this information from. Because the original stuff from the original people, like Wikipedia, they don't even have this info. So how do these people get this stuff? It's beyond me. Oh, I read this over here. I read this over here. It's like, oh man, I think this woman, right, she was in a depression mode. She was wanting to be wanted. She was away from her, her boyfriend, her family. She got caught up in some stuff in her head because sometimes when you're alone, I do it too. You want to get, you want to get back to normal and to a normal life, get back to what you're used to. But when you're out in the woods, out in Amherst College at that, and you're out there in them woods, and whatever you're thinking of doing, that's not a place to go for anybody. And I think she might have got a little get caught up. I think maybe she did have a little issue in her head, but it was just a conflict of should I do it, should I not? Got nervous, high anxiety, cracked up the car, oh my God. I don't think these people, man, get the... it's just crazy. She just met the bus driver. How did he get involved so quick? How did he get involved so quick if that's the truth on this? How? Hello? I don't know. I'm gonna look some more into this stuff. Figure out these names. Till the next video, be safe, take care. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is wacky. And it's getting even more. This took me a few days to come up with this even more because I've been, trying to level things out. And things keep coming up on this Facebook. Oh, and another thing before I go. There was a damn guy on Reddit. Came up just the other day. How did this Cecil, this is how I got to know that Cecil killed himself. But how did this Cecil know Maura's height? The guy's a cop. The guy has a computer in his car. You can type up anybody's name, address, previous address, AKA names, and the height. I don't know what this guy was going with this, but he's in there saying, oh, this is stupid, and I ain't read nothing yet in Reddit, talking about Reddit. Anybody, how he knew about her height? He was a cop. He's got the height on his friggin' computer in the car. What the hell does that... That's why I say this Reddit stuff. People need to go somewhere with yourselves, because you're friggin', I don't know. It's nuts. When they start up with... If everybody tells me where they get their information from, then maybe I'll believe it. Until then, you're just coming up with thoughts and theories like me. And this is all BS. Crazy shit. Reddit is crazy. I don't know, man. It's just nuts. It's just nuts reading this stuff. But them are my thoughts and theories on that. More to come on this. I'm sure, because this puzzle is getting bigger and I'm running out of pieces. And it's, oh man, it's getting good. This story is that friggin' insane and intense. And that missing. But, I don't know, man. See what we find out next. Out. Let's go, Pop.